featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
I knew he wasn't filming.
Good morning. It's the KCHW Morning Show. Today is Friday, October 4th. We have one more day until Fall Fest tomorrow.
I know. So
Isn't that crazy?
exciting.
I'm excited. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good. I'm here. I'm awake.
You're awake? Did you guys
Yes.
have to scrape ice off the windshield for the second day in a row this morning, too?
No.
I didn't have to do that, no. But I think I drove my truck late enough at night that
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I didn't really have to. I just kind of used the windshield wipers and wiped it off. But there was a little bit of ice on the windshield this morning. And yesterday I did scrape, so.
Wow. No, I think
It's-
our carport saved us from getting ice on it because I didn't have any ice on the car.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't a lot, but it was definitely there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see the beautiful sunrise this morning?
I was going to ask you the same thing. That was
my
incredible.
Gosh.
I didn't know what was happening. I looked out in the yard through the kitchen window, and our whole yard, our dried up weeds
Beautiful
were bright
glow.
orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It was amazing. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. No.
Don't you play basketball in the morning?
Not today. No, I didn't get the message that they had a game going this morning, so I didn't.
Oh, gosh.
So-
it was
Yeah.
really pretty.
So you missed out, or they didn't have a game?
Or they didn't need me. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Everybody needs you, Craig.
We always need you, Craig. We always need you, Craig.
You'll never leave.
Yeah. Very funny.
Well, so are we going to have frost now continually until, March?
I'm not sure, but we're looking at a high today of 57 degrees, 34 degrees overnight. We're going to get some rain today, probably. What time did it say we're going to get rain today, Craig? Between about 3 and
I
4?
wasn't really believing what I looked at last night because it was. I saw what it looked like on the Doppler map, and it looked like there was a lot more.
Yeah, so we do have. What is it? It says right now only 7% chance of rain, but it also does say we're expecting some rain this afternoon. Probably, what I heard was between about 2 and 4, 3 and 4, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 3 and 4. That's
Yeah.
what I saw.
But it's supposed to be just really light rain, just a little sprinkle. So hopefully that's all we'll get. Well, even though we need the rain, I
Yeah.
shouldn't say that because we need the rain. But I'm going to be at the Friday market with
Not
our
doing Friday market, yeah.
with our cheesecloth for a tent.
Right? Well, everything will be sitting there soaking wet. Well, because I am looking on the 10-day weather from Weather Forecast, and it says cloudy skies with periods of light rain this afternoon. Chance of rain 90% during the day.
Oh, the 7% was this evening. That's what I was seeing.
Yeah, the 7% is this evening. But yeah, it looks like we might get a little wet sitting in our tent of holes at the farmer's market.
So that's basically like 100%. because we figured that out. I mean, they
Yep,
say
yep.
90%, but it's like to give us hope, I guess. I
Right?
don't know.
It's a little shred. Well, maybe we'll have a unique meteorological. Ooh, I said that in the morning. I'm shocked.
Meteorological.
Yes, it's very hard to say that word. Event at the farmers market, and there'll be a little slice of sunlight on our tent, and everybody else will get the rain.
That would actually be ideal. Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
let's go with
fun?
that.
Oh goodness!
So tomorrow for Fall Fest, it's looking like a high of 64 degrees, 38 overnight with partly cloudy skies. Looks like it's going to be a dry one. We're going to get a mix of rain and sun. 64 degrees. It's going to be a little cool, but overall, really nice weather.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's really going to rain that much either. Only 7% for the whole day.
Yeah. So hopefully the rain will stay away just for tomorrow. Then 71 and 39 on Sunday with partly cloudy skies, starting to warm back up a little bit. Continuing to warm up on Monday with 74 and 43. The sun's coming out. Staying sunny Tuesday with a high of 76 degrees. It's like summer's coming back again. It
Just
just
a little.
can't make up its mind.
Right, just a little.
Playing this is the time of year. It's like playing hopscotch. You know, you jump in and is it going to be cool today? Is it going to be warm today?
This is when we get all the really cool winds. Too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then did I say Tuesday with 76 and 44? Anyway.
Yeah, well, 76 and 44 for Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay.
And then moving on to Wednesday, 75, 45, partly cloudy skies, 69 degrees for the high next Thursday with some clouds coming back, 42 degrees overnight. So all in
Definitely
all,
looking like October weather, right?
it is. It is. It's definitely feeling that way. Even still, though, there's a few days, though, we might get a little rain this month, especially later on in the month. So
Did you know that the new year has started for calculating how much rain you get per year?
no.
It doesn't end. I was reading on the NOAA site. Apparently, it does not end like in December, like you would think. It actually ends at the end of the meteorological year, and apparently that is October.
It's probably for tax reasons.
Yeah, okay. there you
Yeah,
go.
you know.
It's like they have to do their quarterly. Okay, it's end of year now.
Yeah. You know.
Too funny.
Oh, so why don't you tell us about school lunch menus?
I know.
I know.
You know I love doing this.
I know
okay.
you do.
So Friday we have for our October school lunch breakfast, we have cold variety cereal or breakfast smoothies or super bakery bread or hash brown and omelets. And for lunch,
I would take a hash brown and an omelet if someone wanted to bring it in here right now.
right, doesn't that sound good?
That sounds really good.
I know, right? Okay, and for lunch on Friday the 4th, we have this. Okay, maybe there's some copyright infringement happening here. KFC Famous Bowl, fruit and veggies for today.
Could you get away with saying KFC copycat? Or are they actually having KFC deliver breakfast bowls?
Well, that is what I'm wondering now. I'm like, oh, maybe they got sponsored, or KFC is going to drive down from Colville.
I doubt
or,
that, but
yeah.
you know, in our high school, we did have we had Taco Bell and Subway
said
in our
that.
high schools. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
It was. I don't know if it was just hey, we need lunch. Hey, you guys come here and set up.
Right.
But it was It was always nice to get the double deckers for lunch, though.
In the franchise wars, Taco Bell won.
All restaurants are Taco Bell. Enhance your calm, Paula.
I couldn't figure out the shells this morning. I'm sorry. We're quoting movie.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm familiar with the movie.
One of the greatest films of all
Oh,
time.
so
Thank you
good.
very much.
So good. I love that, especially when he goes off on the swears and the beeping. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get on into these events today happening,
Yes.
and then at 8:00 we have some special guests coming in. We have the Davids, David Bergman and David Bergman are both coming in, junior and senior.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they are part of the Fool's Paradise Band who are performing
fun.
tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna
I'm
be
I'm
cool.
excited to have them on. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to watch them play. I'm excited for our lineup tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But I just can't get over the excitement.
No, this is cool. It's going to be a fun day, and it's going to lead into a really fun weekend. And I just was on getting some images of stuff that's going on that we have not mentioned on Wednesday, so I wanted to make sure we talked about it today.
Oh,
So one thing that's a lot of fun, support the Chihuahua Cougar Boosters with walking tacos,
oh yeah.
right? And so that is today, October 4th. You can get a walking taco at the homecoming football game, which is tonight, I guess.
Oh, is it tonight or tomorrow night?
Well, I don't know. It says October 4th, which is today, at the homecoming football game.
Oh, perfect.
So,
well, that makes
yeah.
sense because high school games are Friday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so, yeah, you can make sure to support the Cougar Boosters and get your walking taco for $7. And then also the Cougars are trying to purchase a new Cougar mascot costume. You say, "Oh, Gus needs a new do."
I saw that.
So you're supposed to donate to the boosters or at the door during third quarter when Gus passes the helmet.
Oh,
I know, right?
I like
that's
that.
kind of exciting.
I like that.
So it could be a full day. You go to the farmer's market and you get your coffee and you get your sourdough donut.
Mm.
And then you wander around and get the flowers from the Wonderful Flowers. And you check everybody out and you find out what Red has today because she's always got new stuff. And you find out where your soaps are, right? The wonderful...
You're looking
right?
at me because I'm the hairy guy or something?
That guy looks like he uses a lot of soap.
He's got to use a soap, right? And then you have your wonderful lunch, and then you go home and maybe take care of a few things, and then you go to the football game.
But you know the most important thing you do at the Friday market today
Is stop by the KCHW booth and buy your kazoo.
Kazoos.
Kazoo, sorry.
Buy about come buy about 20 of them. I got tons. I got boxes and boxes
Right.
of these things. We need to get rid of them.
I have mine.
Oh. I'm slow on the draw today.
All right. That's it.
People are like, stop.
Ooh, I have a second one in my pocket even.
Oh, that's brilliant.
See,
See?
you gotta do the tonal differences between the metal one and the plastic one.
There's a major tonal difference. Yeah, that's brighter. Yeah,
Yeah. See, there you go.
there you go.
There you go.
Now you know how to play the kazoo.
Right. So just a quick little lesson for those of you on video. Let's go ahead and assume the position.
Assume the
Now,
position.
when you play your kazoo, you do not play from the little end, as a lot of people think. You play from the large end. I just dropped that one on the floor. I'll get it later. It's a good
got
thing
a
I-
backup.
it's a good- This is why I have a backup. And you want to put your mouth around the large end, and you just please not like that, Paula.
He's having too much fun explaining.
And you
Paula's demonstrating right there.
you don't blow, you hum. Make those noises. Go.
It's an amazing sound. I mean, it just
It's
the way it reverberates and just kind of
it's heartwarming.
Yeah,
It gets you right in the soul.
Soothing.
Yeah, most soothing instrument. I will have to say, I was actually doing some research. The kazoo is actually a really great way to do breath control. If you're a singer or a performer, and you need to work on your breathing exercises, your lung control, play the kazoo, and
Interesting.
it helps you open up your lungs. It helps you to be able to sing without forcing it, and really use your full lung capacity by practicing with the kazoo. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I figured this out. I was just scrolling through my Facebook feed, and there was a listing that came up for this breath control device. And I was like, well, that kind of looks
Like a
similar to a
kazoo.
kazoo. And so I started looking it up. And yeah, in fact, a lot of people actually will use kazoos, and they're very effective because they have that back pressure they put on your lungs that help open up your lungs. So
Wow. I did not know that.
who knew? I didn't know either. The
Right.
medical benefits of using a kazoo.
Medical benefits,
Yep.
yes, they are real and tangible.
This is
Okay.
therapy, people. We need therapy.
And then we have to talk about the other exciting stuff happening tonight.
Okay.
Sushi and nighttime karaoke, right?
Mhm.
Is this something that you talk about this? But I mean, it's here on the thing after the farmers market. Oh, we have adult pickleball still.
So
From-
Craig is making the sushi, and Fired Up Pizza's doing the karaoke.
There we go.
I don't usually plug the stuff that's on the calendar there,
Oh my goodness.
just because it'd be too much.
Well, this is what we talk about every day, though. The
Yeah, exactly.
pickleball, and the meeting is going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
Chamber of Commerce meeting.
Yeah, you can go. If you get there right now, you can listen to the last 20 minutes of it. So very exciting at the Mystiqua Cafe inside the casino.
Mhm.
And then adult pickleball from 9 a.m. to 11:30 at the Chihuahua Golf Course. The event is free to everybody. And, of course, we talked about the farmers market. And then there's sushi and nighttime karaoke at Fired Up and the homecoming game. And then... Right? Oh, that is good flutter tongue. We have the Chihuahua Fall Fest tomorrow.
That's right. I'm excited. We've got a heck of a lineup for this show, which, of course, I don't have in front of me. But we are kicking things off. We have Jacob Van Now. He's doing a really great acoustic set. We have the Stevens County Stompers coming on at 1. After that, we have Old Souls and Antiques. We have, first we have two stones, one bird. I almost said two bones, one stirred. I don't know what that means. 2 stones, 1 bird. Then we have Old Souls and Antiques, right?
Have a cup of coffee.
Right. And then we have Fool's Paradise joining us here in a little bit here after the second half of the show, and then ending things off with the end of the night with Max Daniels and New Jack City. Meanwhile, at the car show at noon, we have Just Plain Darren performing. He plays acoustic guitar and sings, and the guy is an amazing blues musician. Some of the stuff I've seen him do on acoustic guitar.
He's just fantastic.
Yeah, really.
I'd say definitely go check him out if you get a chance.
Nice guy too.
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
Really,
he's really good with the looper. I don't know if you're familiar with that style.
That's cool.
Oh, I didn't.
But he doesn't just loop his guitar; he loops his vocals, and he's good.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite performers of all time, Keller Williams, the performer, not the real estate agent.
There you go.
Yeah, he's really into bluegrass now. He's really kind of stepped away from that. I think it was a lot of work to be a one-man band.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him perform a couple times. You show up for his show, the whole entire stage is lined with instruments, and he uses them all at the same time. He performs barefoot, and he just bounces around the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Just Darren?
No. This Keller Williams. He's one of my favorite looping performers. He's been around. Gosh, how long has he been around? Since the 90s?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, happened on a.
It is very challenging.
It is,
Mm-hmm.
and especially to do it well, like some of these musicians do. You see a lot of YouTubers are doing it.
I think a lot of that is being able to keep it simple and having a plan from the start. Because when you start layering tracks on top of each other, you want to put all the parts in the first go around, but it just doesn't. There's not room for it. It gets really messy real fast.
Yeah.
And one little mistake, you hear it every time. It comes back around. So
I have seen it before. You know, where you get these performers that do the looping, and they'll listen for a second, and then then I'll stop that one and re-record it. And if they do it seamlessly, you don't know that's what they're doing.
Right.
But
Yeah. They have some fancy pedals now.
Yeah.
That can.
I've seen some of them that can automatically do it. They know when you stop and automatically can time it right, and they're all like AI based, and it's not quite the same as it was 20 years ago when they're using like literal buttons, and foot pedals and stuff to get this stuff going.
They have ones where you like hook your instrument into, and then it actually will do the harmony part, like your vocal. It'll sing the vocal harmony part to what you're playing according to the chords you're playing.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I have a friend who has that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
do.
It's like, but I mean,
exactly.
then you can get into it and set it to a certain key or certain
or a tone, like where they want it in a cave or in an opera house, or you can set the tone too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And then throughout the day tomorrow, we also have the Taekwondo performers, the demo team. They're going to be doing a demo show just before 1 o'clock. They're also going to be doing the anti-run.
Yes, the anti-run fun run.
Yes, at 4 o'clock. And that's going to be a lot of fun. That's where you're going to kick back. You're going to have a beverage.
Yes.
Hire a kid to run for you.
Yes,
And sit
or
back
my
and
husband.
collect your medal.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like I said, hire a kid to run for you.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel is running. Daniel and Xander have been practicing their 3K around town. So, if you're driving around and you see the 2 curly-haired guys running in their gis, that would be my family. And they're having a lot of fun.
OMG.
I know, right? Too fun. But they're having a lot of fun. Daniel's excited. He is happy to be running again. He used to run marathons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
nice.
he used to run marathons in his kilt.
Nice.
Yes.
As one does.
As one does.
As one does.
And it was brilliant because when I was going around, I didn't have to say, did you find number, whatever. I could say, did the guy in the kilt come by? And everybody knew who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I could track him.
Nice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to do construction wearing a kilt, and especially when we moved to the South, where people weren't really familiar with men in kilts.
There's men in kilts.
Yeah, I got some funny looks,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "What? It's a kilt." So,
Hey, hold my ladder.
right? You're happy to see me, or is that a kazoo in your kilt?
Questions you don't ask.
Right,
Oh,
right.
goodness.
Oh man! So this Sunday, we got the Blues and Brews Jam happening at Fired Up Pizza from, what time is that here?
4 to 7.
It says here 4 to 8.
Oh, 4
What
to
is
8.
it, Craig?
Can they get lighter?
What's that? I'm sorry. What was the question?
The Blues and Brews Jam, is that 4 to 7 or 4 to 8?
4 to 7, yeah.
4 to 7, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
Our calendar has it wrong. That's okay.
Can be
So I just want to make a quick little note here. The wrong schedule got published in the paper for the Fall Fest tomorrow. So what we're saying here is the final schedule. Some of the bands got flipped around. I gave the newspaper an older version of the spreadsheet and did not remind them to, hey, look again at that spreadsheet. It's been updated. So that was on me, actually, that some of those got published in the wrong times. But what
Good
we
to
just
know.
read is the proper time. I actually think, I haven't actually looked at it yet, but I think it got, it didn't put in the bio for, sorry, you look at me like you're expecting me to say something. It's making me forget what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We're all waiting on bated breath, Chuck. We're waiting.
so much
Our eyes
pressure.
are wide. Okay, well, look at you. Now look at
No,
you.
Fool's Paradise. I didn't get their bio in there, and I believe it had you and Two Stones flipped around as far as the schedule because that was the way it originally was. But you know what? Show up. There's gonna be great music all day.
It happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, before I forget, the other thing I wanted to remind people today that is happening on the 4th
Mm-hmm.
today is remember the pipes are being flushed in the city today.
Oh, you
You
know
will?
what? I got a note from the city
Yes.
that has been canceled.
Really?
Yeah, it's been canceled due to the construction on Main Street.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Because they have to flood the streets, and they can't really flood the streets while they have the street torn up, and construction is going to make a big mess.
I have been my whole week. I have been gearing up for that Friday. You know, I left a note for Daniel. Don't use the hot water. You know, because we don't want that crap in our hot water tank. And so, I feel I'll have to send Daniel a message.
You know, it's kind of a reprieve because this is the time of year that I always remember to change our water filters.
Right.
And I have not purchased new water filters. I don't have new ones.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of a reprieve for that.
Yes.
So
we're not going to do it at all for the fall season, or is it
I'm
going to be
not
delayed?
sure what the actual plan was. I got an email from him. I don't have it in front of me, but we will check into that next week and figure out what's going on there.
Oh my goodness! I'm going to go to the city page.
And-
Looks like we have people here.
And just another quick reminder too. Tomorrow during the festival, the Firefighter Olympics unfortunately are not going to be happening in the park, but that's okay. Just come on downtown. We're going to have a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, with that being canceled, those boots are still out and about in all the restaurants, businesses around town. Even more reason
To support your firefighters.
to go
Yeah.
to go throw a 20 in those or whatever you can afford in those boots,
Yeah.
and support our local firefighters. So it's unfortunate. Maybe more details will come out. I'm not really sure what it was. I think it was a clerical thing, you know, some kind of liability
hope
thing.
not.
Yeah, but I can't be quoted on that because I'm not really exactly sure what happened. I found out.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
last night. Yeah.
cogs that have to line up for those
Yeah.
things to happen. You know.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, and the whole timing of this event went around that. But next year it'll be back. It'll be bigger, better than ever, and you know, hopefully whatever happened to make this get canceled will get figured out, and we'll move along.
Right, and maybe we'll do it next year.
But there's also gonna be the fire burgers tomorrow, so make sure to buy an extra fire burger, throw a few
Yeah.
extra bucks in the boot, and even if you want to get online to the DNR website and figure out how to donate some money to them directly, do that. So.
Do you know the water line flushing goes from October? It was going to go for days.
Yeah, it was going to be. They're usually a few days.
Wow.
They do different parts of the.
Yeah, they have to
neighborhood.
move through the neighborhoods
Yeah.
and do it. And
Yeah,
I
they'll do
always
one.
thought it was just one day.
No, they'll do one part of town one day and then another part of town the other. Like the trash pickup.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. So where are we moving along to now? The events went over pretty quick. Actually, we didn't have.
Well, we only
Let's-
did like 2 days.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Mhm.
true.
We haven't done like a full week. And Craig has not shared his week of music stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
if you want to do that early or if you want to, because we have the second.
yeah, I can start doing it if you want. Just give me a few minutes to get that up.
Do you hear that? A few minutes.
A
Oh,
few
my
minutes?
goodness.
Craig,
Well,
we don't have a few minutes.
I'm just teasing.
I can say don't forget about the haunts that are coming up.
Yes.
Bradley's is going to have their haunt starting on the 19th and 20th. Is that right? Yeah. And then we are starting ours on the 26th and 27th.
Okay.
No, they're doing 18th and 19th. That's what they're doing. So Bradley's Haunt of the Pharaoh is going to be on the 18th and 19th, starting early. And they are going to be doing their haunt I'm super excited this year. Now I have to find the actual times.
Okay.
I believe it's from 5 to 8 is what I think it is. So give me a few minutes, Chuck.
All right. In the meantime, while you look that up, do you mind teasing your brain a little bit here?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So we're gonna start early because you're wearing your festive Halloween sweater.
Oh yes, I was gonna wear my hat today too, but I figured I'd give you a few more days.
Okay. Ooh, the suspense is killing me.
I know, right?
I want to see it.
Yeah.
So as you drive around town, you start to see those Halloween decorations go up. It is the start of Halloween month. Actually, it's been the start of Halloween month for a few days. Yeah, I know. So I've got some Halloween trivia questions for you here. Who originally sang the song Monster Mash? Do you guys know?
Monster Mash. Was that crazy? No. Was it Elvis?
No.
No, I don't know.
I wouldn't have known this either. His name was Bobby Pickett. Bobby
wow.
Pickett. And I have no idea who that was. I'm guessing he was kind of a one-hit wonder type thing. Maybe.
Oh, and I did find the Curse of the Pharaoh time. So October 18th and 19th from 6 to 9. October 25th and 26th from 6 to 9. And then the 31st from 4 to 8. You can go and experience the Curse of the Pharaoh haunted house.
Ooh.
I know, right? It's $15 for adults, $10 with child, or you can get $5 off of your entry with an item for the food bank. And then the haunted path on the 26th and 27th from 6 to 7. And then on the 31st, the haunted path will be going on from 5 to 8.
Very cool. And we are actually going to have them, we picked a date, and I don't remember if it was the 16th or the 23rd.
Uh-huh.
I think it might be this. I should know this because
Yeah?
I just scheduled it. But it is in my calendar. So one of those days, we're going to have them from a representative from the Taekwondo studio here on the morning show,
Ooh.
where we're going to discuss it. The couple of nights before, we will have gone through live on the air through the haunt, and we're
that's
going
gonna
to
be
clip.
epic.
We're going to clip together some stuff, and we're going to sort of do like a
that's a
run
great
through on the
idea.
morning show of what to expect. Not exactly what to expect without
Yeah,
spoilers.
There's just got to be surprised.
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Very cool.
I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Plus, you know what? I
What?
get to go through the haunted house for free.
I was like, I wonder if they'll let me go through too. When did they let me go?
But go there, support Taekwondo because they are a nonprofit, and it is really great for the kids that do that.
And adults.
That's true.
Yeah. and
All right. Well, I've got some really
you
good
ready?
news from our little group that we set up together, the Northern Lights Spotlight. We've
Yeah.
got 154 members now.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
they've
cool.
been kind of starting to add up. And then on today's thread, we got a lot of people. I mean, I of course went around and as I saw stuff as I was scrolling, right, I would copy and paste on there. We got
I was looking at that. You got some screenshots on there.
yeah. I just figured that show people what to do. I mean, it makes it a lot easier for me if I give them examples. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Johnson Brothers, they go by the name Johnson Brothers Longnecks. They're going to be playing at McCracken's Irish Pub Friday. So tonight, and that is out in East Sprague in the Valley of Spokane.
Sounds like a cracking good time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, thank you.
And then from Daniel Hall, he says, "Good morning, Earthlings. This is where he's going to be performing this week. Today at the Fairwood Farmers Market from 3 to 6:30 p.m. Thursday at the Perry Street Farmers Market from 3 to 6. Friday at Stockwell's, which is 5 to 8. And Saturday at the Riddler Piano Bar from 7 to 8:45. So he's a performer that plays in Spokane quite a bit. Recommend you guys checking him out. It was really cool too. I saw he put up a post that he lost a couple gigs, which was a few gigs that was really sad. But I think Darren actually was able to share a few of his to kind of help him out. I thought it was kind of neat.
And that's the
Yeah,
same Darren that's
musicians
going to be
supporting
performing here on
musicians.
Saturday.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Such a Darren thing to do.
Do we know who's playing at the market?
Today?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
who's
not
playing
sure
at the
who
market today.
I know Bill's not in the area, but sometimes Bill Titterman plays down there.
Right. And Joshua's over there sometimes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were there last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one. It's Midnight Run. Who's going to be playing tonight out at Hunter's Barn Grill from 7 to 10 p.m. Hunter's always has some good live music. You should go down there on Fridays and Saturdays nights and check out what they've been doing. Then Chase, our friend Chase, is doing a open mic tonight at Cahoots.
Cool.
And then Saturday he's going to be at Cider Fest, which is in Marcus, with On Call Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Murch, he's a great guitar player. He likes to do, he plays in a few different projects and hosts open mics and stuff. He's going to be playing live at the Iron Horse in Coeur d'Alene Friday and Saturday night. Music starts at 8:30. So I think this is a new project that he's working on.
Is that a train-themed bar, the Iron Horse? It seems like it should be train-themed.
Or a motorcycle.
Isn't that what they call a train, an Iron Horse? Or is that a motorcycle?
I've heard it as a train.
Train, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, maybe those, what do they call the big motorcycles with the big fat tires?
Choppers?
No, there's the special name of the tire that's like this great big fat wide tire. What do they call that? I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments can let us know.
The Bergmans might know. You might ask them later.
I was going to say there's some terms that are coming to mind that I don't think I can say on the radio.
Well, I know in bicycles it's fat tires, but
I don't know.
I'm guessing our next guest might know a thing or two about vehicles.
Yeah, I would guess so. Yeah. All right, so One Street Over is going to be playing up at the Fall Festival on Sunday. Old Souls and Antiques will also be playing up there for the 49 Degrees North run they're doing.
The Rocktoberfest.
Rocktoberfest,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, very cool.
And one thing I noticed, I just put a comment up and I just tagged all the people that I thought would have something to contribute to it, and it actually, about half of them put stuff up.
That's awesome.
I thought that worked pretty well.
That's awesome. So what else you got?
I've got the list of musicians that are playing at Cider Fest.
Oh, yeah.
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 So the Marcus Cider Fest, which is happening tomorrow, they've got a family circle, or I'm guessing the band is Family Circle from noon to 1, and then Planetary Refugees from 1:30 to 3, Murphy's Legacy from 3:30 to 5, On Call Cowboys, which we mentioned before, from 5:30 to 7, and then Chipped and Broken will be closing it out from 7 to close.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm excited about what. Now that you said it, I can't remember the name of the band. I believe there was a reggae band in there that's playing.
Yeah, Planetary Refugees.
Yeah, Planetary Refugees. Yeah, I've keep seeing their posts and I keep seeing stuff about them, and I haven't been able to check out one of their shows yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd love to see it. Big reggae fan. Could use more. I'm trying to find a reggae show to play here or have someone do a reggae show.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and we definitely need.
I brought it up to Chris at Fired Up.
Yeah,
and I mean that's what he DJs, and that's his medium or genre that he likes to stick to is reggae. So I mean, perfect. Like if he just had the time, I know Carrie keeps him pretty busy running around.
But I don't want you to quote what he said on the air, but we should talk about that some more. I should go talk to him. Chris, if you're out there listening, let me talk to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and take an early break today because we have the Davids sitting in the background waiting for us.
Yes.
David Jr. and Sr., Mr. Mr. Bergman.
Probably Mr.
And make sure, and one thing I wanted to make sure I get is Darren Hindlebrand. He always posts all of his dates. Let me get those in there real fast. He's going to be at the Riddler tonight from 7 to 8:30. Then he's going to be at the Fall Fest at the Car Show stage, which is over by the Mount Market on Main.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see here. Then he's heading to the Pacific to Palouse Wine Bar. I'm not sure where exactly that is. I'll have to look that up. October 5th from 7 to 9 p.m. And then the South Hill Grill Saturday, October 6th. Sunday from 5:30 to 8:30. So that's where to find Just Plain Darren.
Oh, so he's going to be playing here, and then he's going to skedaddle and get to another gig?
He's always playing like 3 or 4 or 5 gigs a week.
He's busy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't there another band that's going to be playing at Fall Fest and then having a skedaddle to play somewhere else?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be playing a few places today or tomorrow.
A few places.
And Sunday. Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah.
Your fingers are going to be so sore.
They already are just from getting ready for it. I mean,
wait, so you're playing in
I believe
2
it.
different bands here at Fall Fest, and then you're going to be playing multiple other places that night, or just one other place?
well, I have to play out in Chatteroy. Yeah,
Okay.
With another project that I'm working on. So
Very cool. Very
yep.
cool.
Yep, Scary World.
It is. Oh, is that the name of the project?
Yeah.
It's like, it is. It sure is, buddy. I feel you.
That was totally different. Oh, yeah, we changed. We're not talking about music anymore. That is awesome.
All righty. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to be right back with the Hildebrand. No. Well, goodness, I said it wrong.
I was
the
gonna
Bergmans.
say,
I was
the
thinking Darren Hildebrand.
Mr.
But no.
Bergman.
Sorry, guys. They're in the other room right now. They might have heard me say that. But we'll be right back after this break. You're listening to KCHW 102.7, Northern Lights Public Radio.
Listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Valley, Deer Park.
The Public Service Daily Newscast for Friday, October 4th, 2024. I'm Catherine Carley. The death toll from Hurricane Helene has now topped 200, making it the deadliest storm to hit the U.S. mainland since Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Roughly half the victims were in North Carolina, while dozens more were killed in South Carolina and Georgia. Officials say that number could rise as searchers make their way through mountainous areas. President Biden surveyed storm damage in Florida and Georgia, where he promised federal resources for debris removal, food distribution, and other emergency needs.
I see you, I hear you, I agree with you, and I promise you we have your back. We're going to stay until you're restored.
In Florida, community health centers avoided significant damage, but the storm's widespread impact is straining resources, staff, and patients.
Clinics from Sarasota to the Panhandle are focused on rebuilding and restoring services. Gianna Van Winkle directs emergency management programs for the Florida Association of Community Health Centers. She says despite the storm's size and power, the centers largely avoided catastrophic damage.
No total losses or anything like that. But at the same time, there's power loss, there's staff and patient impacts that are going to affect the way that these health centers operate in these days and weeks ahead.
In hard-hit rural areas where resources and infrastructure are often limited, health centers operate mobile units and partner with county officials to deliver care and supplies. They're also collecting relief supplies to support workers affected by the storm. I'm Tremel Gomes.
In parts of North Carolina, roads are still impassable and widespread power outages and water advisories remain. Shantia Hudson reports on community efforts in the town of Boone.
Soul Nation, a nonprofit focused on environmental and social justice, is helping with the recovery effort. Tiffany Fant with the organization says the damage is twofold, with people in rural areas dealing with much of the impact.
Within the city limit, the water's receded, the streets are okay. Still some power outage, but people are moving about. But then when you get further out into the county, there's still people stranded, roads blocked, some roads are washed out.
Fant says Soul Nation is partnering with Cornerstone Summit Church to create a resilience hub.
Hudson reports the church has been converted into a donation center to receive and distribute resources. Soul Nation is also partnering with groups in Charlotte to provide relief to other areas. So far, the National Guard has performed more than 1,400 rescues throughout the state. In other news, the union representing 45,000 striking dock workers at East and Gulf Coast ports has reached a deal to suspend their strike until January 15th in order to negotiate a new contract. A tentative agreement on wage increases was reached, but no details were given. This is Public News Service. Medical debt has long been a burden for many Americans, with millions struggling to pay off their health care bills. In Ohio, a new program is offering relief to some residents.
Alexandria Delicat Hines, an Ohioan, recently experienced the impact firsthand when her medical debt was unexpectedly cleared.
This program can be absolutely life-changing and having your medical debt cleared can truly have a domino effect in your life and change so many things.
Delicat Hines, who accumulated $25,000 in medical debt during grad school, benefited from a partnership between RIP Medical Debt and local governments in Lucas County and Toledo. Using $800,000 in federal COVID relief funds, the program canceled millions of Ohio residents' medical debt. Critics, however, raise concerns about its sustainability, relying heavily on federal funding and not addressing the root causes of high medical costs. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
Now to Indiana, where voter advocacy groups are questioning Secretary of State Diego Morales and his claim that more than 90% of residents are registered to vote for the upcoming election. Joe Ullery reports.
Morales announced over 4.7 million Hoosiers are on the voter rolls, praising efforts to encourage registration across the state. However, Julia Vaughn, executive director of Common Cause Indiana, says the state's voter registration lists are wrong due to poor maintenance.
That number is inflated because the state does a horrible job of routine list maintenance. It's not a real number. We don't know what the real number is, and we won't until we get that list cleaned up.
According to the 2023 Indiana Civic Health Index, an estimated 67% of Hoosiers were registered to vote in 2022, ranking the state 40th in the nation.
Indiana was also near the bottom for registering younger voters aged 18 to 24. Experts say a diverse workforce is crucial for creativity and social justice, and equally good for a company's bottom line. But reluctance to hire transgender workers remains high. Ross Brown has more.
A study by UCLA showed the majority of non-binary adults in the workforce are under age 35 and make less than $50,000 a year. Tony Newman with the group Trans Can Work cites research that shows diversity in the workplace helps everyone thrive.
Different ethnic background, different gender, different race. Diverse teams often outperform homogeneous ones as they can leverage a broader range of experience and skills.
17 out of 50 states still maintain laws and policies that discriminate against transgender and gender nonconforming individuals in the workplace.
60% of transgender employees have reported discrimination on the job. I'm Catherine Carley for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio.
KCHW headlines. I'm Chuck Ritchie. Eastern Washington University is warning students and staff that date rape drugs are circulating around campus. 2 students reported to police they were given drinks believed to be laced with drugs at sorority and fraternity parties over the weekend. University police are investigating. Washington officials say 100% of state agency fleets will be electric by 2040. The state's goal is to swap at least 40% of its light-duty fleet vehicles, such as sedans, SUVs, and light trucks for battery electric vehicles by next year. Stevens County has 211 electric vehicles on duty. And 2 stranded climbers were forced to camp overnight Sunday near a frigid mountain summit in Montana. Weather conditions prevented rescue until the next morning when a rescuer was lowered to the climbers. They were both put into a rescue harness and hauled to safety. In our last story, online voting has started in the annual Fat Bear Week contest in Alaska's Katmai National Park and Preserve. Organizers introduced this year's contestants a day late because one of them, a female bear known as 402, was killed by a male bear during a fight. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
Right? Not yet.
Definitely lively.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We are back. We have the Davids in the studio. We have David Bergman. Do you go by David Bergman Jr. and Sr.?
Well,
Or,
I used to be Little David, and then I was bigger for a brief amount of time, and now I'm back to being Little David again.
That makes
Wisdom goes to Dave. So
Yeah.
Right on. That's good. Actually, so who do we call Big Dave then? You're Big Dave, or just David?
we don't use that. We refer.
I don't know.
That's a different term than we use for each other. But
It's-
You can call me Dave. He's David.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
That works. Okay.
Let's just get a little quick mic check from you, Dave Sr.
Yep.
All right, tell us your name and tell us a little bit about how long you've been in Chewelah.
David Bergman. Yeah, you got a mic check? Is that what you're doing? I'm
Yeah.
not used to holding the mic, so just.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I've been to Chewelah here a long time. Graduated from high school many years ago. I won't get. Well, you'll eventually do the math and figure out how old I am, but yeah. Yeah, I started playing music when the Beatles hit America. That's kind of my thing. So.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Did they inspire you?
Oh,
or?
Definitely. Well, you saw what their reaction was for the girls, all of us young guys. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
be musicians. Yeah.
You had the same reaction when the Beatles came to town?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you saying the girls gave you the same reaction?
Yeah, I'm no comment there.
I need to be in a band.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and a bunch of us high school buddies, we had bands through high school. Yeah, I went to college, got a music degree, and then been playing professionally ever since. So.
Right on.
And
that is awesome.
Yeah. A lot of years compounded there in different bands. Up and down. Yeah, if you ever were in the 80s up in Colville, the house band up King Cole's, I played in almost all the bands up there. Then played in Spokane a lot. That's where our Fool's Paradise, we played mostly in Spokane.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about that, Noli, whenever you got a question. So.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you guys for coming today. Thank you for playing tomorrow night. I'm really excited to see the show. I've never actually seen you guys play live before.
That was kind of the joke. I was like, "Are you sure you don't want to vet us first before we play live in front of everybody? Because we could just be, train wreck, but we're not. At least I think
no.
Oh,
we're not.
It's confident. Lots and lots of confidence in booking you guys.
You know what? There's a lot of vetting involved in even just word of mouth and seeing some of the other shows you guys have played, and you guys have been on my list of people to check out. And Dave Senior, I knew, we did some work at your property, and I knew then you were a musician with Cat Brooks.
With Cat, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And since then, I'm like, oh man, I really got to see these guys play. And I never was able to make it to a show, so I booked you guys for a show that I was booking.
I know, it's perfect.
For my own
It's a
personal
win-win,
benefit.
yeah.
I think you can hear
it's
us.
it's a private show that we're publicly playing just for you, Chuck.
Yeah.
That's right. I appreciate that.
But I think Doug does play some of our tunes. We Were Visibly Shaken. He plays some of it on his Thursday Night Blues show. He says he pulls it up once in a while.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was a CD we did years ago. So.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does. Yeah, he puts my songs up every once in a while too, which some of mine aren't necessarily blues songs, but he kind of breaks outside of that genre.
You got to play local musicians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. So.
Yeah, we're pretty much blues, but I bring a lot of jazz into it. That's what I did and wrote for many years was jazz and played in college. So, Ole and I blend the blues and jazz, so it's a nice combination. So.
Nice.
That's fantastic. And we've talked about it before. We know a young lady that's actually looking for a jazz band.
Is that Eva? Is her name?
Yeah.
She called me. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, good.
I hope she shows up Saturday. I was gonna talk to her. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
great.
that's fantastic.
She might be working. I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you hook up. She's a lovely girl, beautiful voice.
A few years ago,
Yeah.
I did a trio with Dave Johnson and I and Lynn Miner, and we had Meredith Carey sing with us, and we did all the classics, Sinatra and stuff for years. I don't know if you ever heard that.
Yes.
But so I love that stuff.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the band Fool's Paradise, the rest of the members, and sort of the history of the band and how you guys formed.
All right.
This is the most recent rendition of that band.
We started about 20 years ago. I met Ole, and we did one of the jam sessions at Flowery Trail.
Yeah.
And there was also a big old black guy played bass, and he was awesome too. And we jammed. Anthony had dreadlocks. He played with Sam and Dave back in the '60s. So we kind of locked horns there, and we put a band together, and that was Fool's Paradise, the first version. So we played in Spokane at all the blues clubs and blues festivals around, and then Ole went back to Canada for a while, and we did some different stuff, and then he came back a few years ago. Actually, we were Visibly Shaken for a while there, too, when you had to, how bands, they can't keep all the members in the same place at the same time. So. Everybody agrees. I guess that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Natural
it's hard.
course
yeah.
of musicians.
Yeah.
So then Ole and I got together here. He came back, and we just love playing. We combine really well our styles and our feeling for music. So that's what we've got now. And then we didn't have a bass player. We did duos for weddings and stuff for a while, and whatever we played for bar mitzvahs or whatever we had. But and then we needed a bass player, and I told my son, you should start playing with, because we're always short a bass player, and he's always going to be around. So he picked it up here in March, and he is awesome. When you guys hear him, you won't know a crack in the music. It sounds like a real
I have to credit Craig a little bit with that, because in February, I was out and about and actually had an evening to go do stuff. And I went and saw when you were playing with Forrest and Doug and Craig were, and I was like, here's Craig getting to play with his dad, but then there's my dad, and I'm not doing that. So it was kind of inspiration for me to pick the bass back up after 17 years. So I went and bought a new bass because I was inspired by your mom when I was a teenager because of her fretless P bass.
Yeah.
And I have a fretless jazz bass that I've had since I was 16. And I was like, I can't pick that thing back up again and pretend that I'm going to be any good. So I went and bought a fretted P bass because I was like, it's going to be the easiest course of action.
Fewer mistakes.
Fewer mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, I've moved to playing fretless more because I'm playing the upright bass, and it's what I always tell like people when they're asking me about the change. I'm like, well, I think playing even more basic because I'm not going to be fretting all the. I mean, like if I'm singing and playing, I'm definitely not going to be intonating as well up here because
it's harder to play. The strings are further. They're further.
Yeah, and anytime I start walking a bass line or something, it's like the physicality of it. It just doesn't make sense. So it really. I mean, the kind of music we're playing kind of bluegrassy kind of music. So it's like it needs a simple bass line anyway to kind of keep the beat.
And with a fretless P bass, the whole history of a P bass when Leo Fender designed that was he took the neck of a standing upright bass and basically just interpreted that on a solid body bass body. So they should transfer really well. I don't know about what the radius is on the neck and whatnot on those compared to an upright bass. I've never played an upright. It's probably a lot different. But yeah, so I picked up a fretted P bass and started doing that in March, and I've been getting paid to do it since May, so I can't complain too much about it.
That's a quick turnaround.
It's funny. I've always been a guitar player, but the bass has made me more money.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as a musician goes, yeah.
Right? I have to say this because my husband's listening. Bass players are sexy. It's just it's a thing.
Well, I have to add then I played bass.
My wife agrees.
I'm just kicking back thinking, your mom jokes in your families must be completely different. What's your inspiration? Your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
That's actually really cool. Sally is awesome.
Has a completely different meaning. Yeah, right?
Right?
Like, yeah, it's like, completely different scenario there. I love it.
Yeah, I started playing with, years ago when I came back here, I just started playing with Doug and Sally in the early 80s. We did a jazz trio. Mm-hmm. Craig doesn't remember because he was in diapers at that time.
Yeah.
Oh. Now we're getting the day to that graduation.
I can remember.
I got stories.
I brought it up a couple weeks ago, I think, with like a 4th of July party out at the ranch, out at the, and I just remember like it was just I remember music was involved, of course, yeah. So just being a kid running around and having fun.
So I hear a lot. I hear Craig's side of it all the time, talking about how great it is to play with his parents, and he really, truly, even behind the scenes when nobody's listening, gushes about how great it is to play with his parents. From your parents' side, how amazing is it to get up on stage and play with your kid?
Yeah.
How proud are you of that? I mean,
it's tremendous. We've been playing up at the golf course, and when David first got started, I've written a lot of music, and one of the songs I played, I put together 40 years ago, and it's a great tune. We still play it. Doug and Sally, I played with them. And my son played it. I just showed him quickly what it went. And when we played it for the first time, I got a little emotional because it was something I'd written way before he was born. Mm-hmm. And here we were playing together on the same stage, smiling. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. And I love it. It sort of goes along with the family vibe of our local music culture. It's all in the family. You guys all play together, and then the family swap, and you guys play together.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Families don't really swap, but
well, you know what I mean.
Be careful.
The musicians. Oh yeah, I should probably really be careful about how I word that.
We're talking musicians here. Be careful.
We're not that far north. I mean,
nor are we south.
You know what I mean.
That's awesome.
No, that's fantastic. So tell us a little bit about what we're going to expect to hear tomorrow.
Yes.
What are you guys going to bring to us tomorrow?
Good music. Yeah. Ole, I probably haven't talked too much about him. I don't know if too many people around here they've heard Ole, but he's an amazing vocalist and just extremely defined guitar player. When you hear him, you'll know. You go, yeah, he's kind of a notch up there, and he's just a real talented guy. And now my son's filling in with bass, and he and Ole have got a great camaraderie. You need to have everybody working together, thinking the same. So,
I've always enjoyed being able to play with Ole at jams
he's
and
amazing,
stuff. Yeah, I've always had a really good time. Whether I was playing bass or guitar.
Yeah,
he's quite a force to be reckoned with as far as on the 6 string. So
he's a name that when you talk to local musicians, when you talk about local music, his name comes up over and over again. It doesn't really matter who you talk to. Someone at some point will bring up Ole. And
Yeah.
As far as I don't even know him. I've never actually met him
I was going
yet.
to say, now we need
he's
to get
the
Ole
kindest
here.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll meet him.
that's what I've heard. So.
Well, Nils is his brother, so I've met him through Nils.
Okay.
I think originally because Nils was living here before Ole was.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
But,
so then he brought his brother in.
Yeah.
And it's back in the family.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Yeah.
Canadian, I believe, right?
Canadian,
Canadian.
Would you like to tell us about, right?
Yeah. And then,
Tell us the story about a boat.
The boot.
Yeah.
And then our drummer Tim, his first name is also David, but he goes by Tim. We have 3 Daves and an Ole in our band.
How
We
fun.
couldn't have 3 Daves.
He's from Soap Lake, and he moved up to the area 2 years ago.
Yeah. Lives the golf course.
Lives
up
at the
there.
golf course, and he was kind of our guy that got us gigs up there this year, and that was
It's
real
nice to have
know.
somebody on the ground, you know.
Somebody there to go in and visit,
Yeah.
you know, and just check in. So, yeah, he's folded in, and I'm the new guy.
Well, and I hope
all these guys have years of experience.
I've heard that they're not going to do live music as often, but I hope that they do.
I hope they do. It's nice to have more places to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You could find another Dave, and then just welcome to the stage, the Daves.
Yeah,
The Daves.
Yeah, we're looking for a drummer named Dave. So if you know one,
Yeah.
Right.
Or would you just go singular and just call yourself Dave?
Yeah.
Right? Or
Dave the
Dave's,
band.
Dave
Dave's
cubed
not
and-
here. The band.
Right?
No,
Dave's not.
I
Here.
love that.
Hey, well, that band no showed again.
Oh man,
That's good.
you guys
high
might
five
be
for
onto
that
something
one. That
there.
was good.
Yeah. Wow.
The
Fantastic.
word's always onto something. So.
Wow. All right. So again, I do have a little apology to make. I know some things got messed up in the paper we talked about a little bit ago, and also for you listeners out there. Once again, there's a couple of the times it got swapped around wrong in the newspaper. That was my fault. I had submitted an older version of a spreadsheet with all the bands in it. That spreadsheet had been updated, but I forgot to remind the newspaper to, hey, please go back and check that
The updated,
spreadsheet.
yeah.
It's been updated, and that was on me. So my apologies. I know you messaged me yesterday saying wondering about the mix up with the time, if it was something.
No, and it's all good. And
Yeah.
I reached out to the reporter, and she got it posted up with the correct time on the Independent's Facebook page. So everything seems to be all repaired and fixed
Yep,
there.
yep.
So
Oh, good.
it's
Leave
all
it up
good.
to Kat. She'll
and
take
and,
care.
and included
Right.
that was your bio. That,
Yeah.
the night before the deadline for the paper, she actually sent me. She's like, "Hey, I need that bio for the, for your guys' band," and I didn't see it till the next morning. And by the time I got through the morning show and all the morning stuff, it was
Off the print.
I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
hey, here that is," and she's like, "Well, sorry, Chuck, it's too late. I already printed it." So, sorry about that, guys.
Oh, no, it's all
that was
good.
that was my bad. But yeah, it doesn't matter because you're still going to melt everybody's faces off.
Yeah,
tomorrow
everyone
night.
just needs to come down and
Yeah.
listen at 6 tomorrow and be like, oh, okay, these guys actually can play music.
Right?
Except for that bass player, he's still learning.
Oh,
Well,
No.
we're all still learning.
Yeah, never stop learning.
oh man. And so, we talked a little bit about some fun stuff we did before the show. Speaking of Kat Brooks, reporter for the Independent.
Right?
We were over there during the winter with shooting a ZZ Top spoof with some of those beautiful, amazing cars you have over there. Yeah, now I think I may have gotten a little bit of frostbite that day.
Well,
trying
they
to-
look a little better when it's not 18 below. Down
Right?
there, too.
Standing outside
Frost on everything.
trying to play a bass guitar outside with bare fingers at 18 below. Wouldn't recommend it. But tell me, you have, and I don't know if you want to talk about it too much on the air, but man, you've got the most beautiful collection of cars
Oh,
over there.
thanks. Yeah. Well, I've been doing that a long time too. Actually, about the same time since the Beatles hit America, I've been collecting cars. So,
Wow.
and I've the barn's full. The building. We probably. I don't know if you. It's too cold to show you around to too many other things, but yeah, we'll have a car or two up for the car show over there. What's that behind the St. Mary's School?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's the time hour on the 11 to 2 or?
I think that 10.
Yeah, the registration and setup is at 10.
Yeah.
And then the car show actually starts at 11. So
Yeah, we've got a little group. I've been we had a car club back in the '60s where we had a car on the roof, and some of the old timers will remember that. That was, and now we got another car on the roof too out there. You can see that
Nice.
when you drive by on South. But our little group gets together at Sunday in the park in the afternoon. So that's why I haven't made it to the jam sessions all summer between music and the cars.
Yeah.
So I'll be coming in now. I haven't been in there in a year. So, but last time I think I did a duo with Sammy Eubanks, and I haven't been in there since then, so it's been a long time. I need to play my sax a little more, so
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
be showing up. But the cars are, yeah, they're fun. That's been a sideline of mine forever. You know, a
Yeah.
hobby.
Mhm.
Music
Yeah.
was a hobby, and then they both turned into lifestyle. So
yeah.
Do you refurbish the cars
yeah,
yourself? or-
yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Everything, you know, everything upholstery, body, fender, mechanics. But now my son's got a little paint booth out there, so. He's got a car in there that should have been done. Are you going to get that done? eventually?
Well,
Nudge,
yeah,
nudge.
I'm sitting next to a customer right now,
Poke, poke.
who's also my landlord. So I guess I need to finish that up.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right, yeah.
definitely.
He's always
You
got
need-
a good
You
excuse.
need to make space for Grover. Grover needs to be blue. Grover's our car.
Well, and
What's
Yeah.
Grover?
Huh?
What's Grover?
Grover is a Suzuki.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Suzuki XR7,
Oh,
right? I think it's-
XR7?
I don't
Mazda?
know.
Oh.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
Is that your van? Is that
No.
right? No.
No, we got rid of the van. We had a wonderful Euro van, but we just purchased a wonderful car, used car from our friend, and we named it Grover, so it needs to be blue.
Doesn't look like a garbage can like the Grover. Isn't Grover
Grover's the blue. Grover's the blue guy.
The
No,
blue
that's
guy?
Cookie Monster.
Oh, Cookie Monster.
Yeah,
Isn't Grover also
Grover
blue?
lives in a
Grover
garbage
is
can.
blue.
Yeah.
Grover does that.
Okay.
No, that's
Yeah, skinny.
Oscar the Grouch. You're thinking
Oh,
of
I'm
Oscar the
thinking-
Yeah,
Grouch.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, did you see the panic on my face? What? What do you mean? No, it needs to be blue with Grover face.
I just mostly remember Super Grover.
Yeah, Grover. Grover was the harmless little Muppet, and he was in a lot of books, and he was just the arms, the Muppet. Lord
Lanky and
Grover,
skinny, and yeah.
Yeah. I do Muppet very well. I'm a reincarnated Muppet. Yeah.
Just like my dogs. Yeah.
It's like on the Muppet movie, Are You a Muppet or Are You a Man?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I am a Muppet. I own this. I am okay with my Muppetness.
So what do you bring into the car show?
Probably I'll bring the one that doesn't need gas and the tires are up and there's a battery in it. And
that would be?
I've got probably the 57 Nomad. I've got a black 57 Nomad that we'll probably bring up. It's the cleanest. So, but we've got about 20 some collector cars out there. They're all restored. So
Yeah.
I need to sell a few. If nobody wants a 64.5 Mustang, give me a call. So.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do you,
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
every once in a
cool.
while I'll be driving by and I look down. I'm like, I wonder what he's got on the chopping block today.
Yeah.
It's
We
like-
used to have a lot of stuff out there. Just I haven't because it draws in a lot of different kinds of people. So we just kind of quit parking everything out there.
Yeah, but I mean, every once in a while it's like, hey, that rig
yeah.
hasn't been there. Maybe that's a new one that's coming through,
Yeah.
or that one's that's about to leave.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
Wow.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Nomad is neat.
Yeah.
Do you have like the little wings on it and everything?
Yeah. 57. Yeah.
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 Oh wow.
I brought
yeah.
up a picture here. Oops, I just whacked my microphone.
Of my Nomad or a Nomad?
Just a Nomad.
Just
Oh, yeah.
just
Yeah,
the body
mine's,
style.
Mine's black like that one down the lower
Like
left.
here?
Yeah, that's slick.
Oh, cool.
And I got a 56 Nomad that's blue like the one. The other one's there too.
Which one? This like the.
Like the baby blue or
With the
like
white
the sky
top
blue?
up there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
very
so the people at home, type in 1957 Nomad in your search engine, and you can take a look and see what this looks like. To see this in person, all shiny and
Yeah.
pretty.
And they're
will
two
be
doors,
so neat.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
They're-
they're
they-
hardtop wagons.
they're
so
really
they're
rare
even, They're
cars.
even different than a normal station wagon. They,
Yeah.
they have a totally different windshield height and window dimensions, and everything's different compared to even just a wagon. So a wagon is all nomads
not
are
a
wagons,
wagon.
but not all wagons are nomads.
No, I got to quit. Not to get dark here, but didn't they make a version of this car into a hearse for a while, or similar to it?
Those were like sedan deliveries, is what they would
Okay.
do it with.
Yeah.
But most of the time, Cadillacs were hearses. They're a little more ritzy.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
want to be hauled around in a Chevrolet if you can be hauled around in a Cadillac.
It's been
That's true.
it's been one of my
Not
dreams.
that you get much of a choice at that point, but
Yeah.
It's been one of my dreams for a long time to own one of those classic hearses.
well, they're
know,
Come down and talk
They're
to me.
really
yeah.
cool. Do you have
Oh
any?
wow!
You have hearses?
Yeah, no, I can make one for you.
I don't know if I have the money for it.
Depends
though.
how
That's
bad
prob-
you want one. I can.
Right? Isn't anything is a hearse if it's carrying a body? So we'll just chuck you in the back, Chuck.
There you go.
I used
do
to
you
have
have, do you have anything on a radio station manager's budget?
I got a pedal car down there. I think.
No, I said within my budget.
Oh, within your budget. Okay.
Which-
I used to
which-
have a 36 LaSalle hearse. That was pretty cool. So
Oh, cool.
That would be a good advertisement for a radio station. So.
That would
Oh,
be
now
amazing.
I have to look that up.
That's
How
what
do
I'm
you even
saying.
spell that?
What's that?
1936
LaSalle.
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 LAS what? Oh, there it is. ALLE.
I would kill to have our logo on the side of like some old
Yeah,
classic car
yeah.
driving around town. Especially if it was four-wheel drive, and we could also use it to get up to the top of the hill to the tower.
Yeah. Look up hers. What is that?
Oh my God, those are gorgeous. The LaSalle's?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if your radio station's not on in your garage so your cars can't hear it, do you have a favorite?
Radio station or car?
Car.
I
we
get
know what your favorite radio station
I
is.
know. I get asked that car question a lot. It's really hard to say. So many of them are special in so many different ways. Like we still have a 1954 Buick that my father bought brand new for my mom's 39th birthday. We still have that in the family. That's kind of a favorite because we've had it forever, you know. So, but as far as some of the cars, I really like. I've got a '60 Corvette. I really like the early Corvettes. So.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you built from the chassis up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I was gonna bring that up. I mean, when I was out there, it just
Wasn't
floored
much
me.
there.
I was like,
Yeah.
because I could see it as just like something that you pulled out of the, somebody's garage that they had
Parts here and there. Yeah.
parts here and there,
Yeah.
like the start of it.
there
It's
you
like,
got a
yeah, I think
picture.
we got enough here that we can actually make a car out of this.
The black one in the middle. That's what mine looks like.
It's like the Jag that I'm doing for Dad right now. He
Yeah,
got
one of
that,
my
and
favorites right there.
It was wrecked in the 60s, and it was someone's parts car after they wrecked it. And then it sat in the woods for about 40 years, and then he put it together. And now I'm redoing it and going through some fine details on it.
Look up
to make it-
52 Jag 120 XK 120.
So and it's the coupe, but it's got some neat stuff too.
I built lots of hot rods. This is the only one I've really kept because it's really a nice vehicle. It looks nice, sounds good, fun to drive. So when you
Whoops, I messed up. KX120? XK.
Yeah, 52 120.
So you hear a lot of the
It's
stories.
a coupe. It's got there's like that silver one down there on the right. Yeah.
Wow. Those
That
are
one.
gorgeous. You guys can't see what we're looking at, but
it's
we're
got
all
the top
oohing and
on it.
on.
Yeah, definitely search for these at home. Okay, so you're talking about all these gorgeous cars, and I'm nosy. Is there a way that people can come and visit you and drop $1 in the bucket and go see?
I forgot about the dollar. We do have a tip jar someplace.
Yeah, we should have a tip jar out.
I'll put it on stage and I'll put cars too. So,
Right.
But yeah, I
Our
just
car
live,
fund.
yeah, how we drive back and forth. I just live south, right on 395, up on top of the hill there. If you look off to the left where the road comes together, there's an old orange car on a roof down there, big barn. That you drive by it every day if you go south from here. So, yeah, if you're a car person, stop by and we can talk.
Or come to the park on Sunday afternoons on the highway.
Which this might be the last Sunday. It's going to cool off.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting kind of cold, and we're all kind of older guys.
Well, and you have to go to the Blues Jam. Daniel's going to be so excited that another horn player is going to be there. He
I
plays the
played there
trombone.
with him before. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
about a year ago. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so now I'm going to drive south on 395, and I'm going to look for an orange car on a roof of a barn.
Orange Model T. Yeah.
Orange Model T. Okay.
Ish. It's an amalgamation of Chevrolet, Dodge, and Ford.
Yeah, I gave away a whole bunch of old car bodies, and I kept enough just to screw one together and put it on top of
Put on the roof.
And it's also a good time to mention the dogs and the security system you have out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and a Winchester in every building. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's been collecting guns for even longer than he's been collecting cars.
Right.
So.
And knows how to use them. No, I love that you can hear these stories of these old classic cars where
this is awesome.
this car body's been out in the woods for 40 years, and people drag it out, paint, restore it. I think the cars that are manufactured now, I don't think they would last. Most of them wouldn't last 10 years in the woods.
No.
They're so.
They're not steel body.
Yeah,
the
metal's
plastic
thin.
No frame. Yeah.
And there's not a soul to them.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know about the new cars. I
believe Kia makes a soul.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
That's with the E.
Yeah.
No, I had I had Draco the Dragon wagon. He was one of the first Saturn wagons.
Oh.
And really low to the ground. I mean, you could sit in a car and put your hand like this, and it would touch the ground. And I took him for 300,000 miles. I mean, he went forever, and I love that car, Draco the Dragon wagon.
Nice.
Yeah, went
Do
back
you name
and
your
forth.
cars? Because that's something I do.
Oh, some of them do.
Some of them.
Right.
I mean, I haven't named every one of my guitars, but I mean, like my upright basses always get names,
Yeah.
or at least they have. I mean.
Oh, I call them lots of names. Depends how well they're running.
I have a couple really
some
specific-
explicit names for
Yeah,
some.
mostly explicit names.
Are they
I mean,
radio safe? Probably
no,
not.
They're part of the 7 words you can't say on radio and TV.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like my friend Neil Small, he restored a Barracuda from the ground up, or it was basically just a stock car, and he or went back and cleaned everything. He's like, I have touched every bolt, he's like, I've painted every piece of this car and put it back together. He's like, I'm never doing it again.
Every cubic centimeter. You're real familiar
And
with
that's what I do for other people, and they're always so surprised. sometimes when they get a bill, because I'm like, I don't think you understand
how much work is it?
How much
time
work
is
how
it?
much time.
Yeah.
And that's where like I can do it for myself and I won't lose as much money. But
right.
Yeah.
That's why my driveway is full of broken down cars, because I don't have the money to pay somebody else to work on it, and I don't have the time or the temperament to do it myself.
Yeah, you don't have time.
I've got
You have a negative amount of time.
I've got this adorable little Ford Ranger pickup. I want to pinch its little cheeks. It's a little short bed, an extended cab short bed. It's got the
do you want another one? I have one of those too.
Does it run?
Yes, it runs.
I need one that runs so we can get up to the tower. But no, yeah. So tell us a little bit. What other projects do you guys have coming up in the works for
cars?
Well,
music.
Cars, music.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about
Well,
music. We can do cars too.
We're doing this one, and we got a few things lining up for the fall and winter, but mainly I'm going to start coming into more jam sessions. I need to keep up on stuff, but and working on doing more original tunes. I think we're kind of leaning that way.
And you and I kind of want to
Very
do
cool.
maybe a little jazz project too,
Yeah.
just to get a little more inventive and expressive.
Yeah.
Get my fretless bass out a little bit more.
Yeah,
We'll talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
So
that.
can you make sure you keep your face, like if you're going to turn your body?
I have to
and
make
keep-
sure I'm
yeah,
right on the
yeah.
mic like this.
You
You
don't have to
told
be
me
quite
you
that
told me
close,
told me
but-
not to lick it, but
He
every time
touched
you say
it,
that,
yeah.
I want to.
Well, and something I wanted to let you know about is on the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays, we're doing acoustic jam at Andy's.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a loud room. I don't amplify anything.
Oh.
So Daniel's been threatening to come down with the trombone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I could do sax and
Yeah, and we'll just where it's hard on the guitar players to try to play lead because unless you have a guitar that projects really well or you play really hard, which I have both. So it's like I can get my guitar to be loud in there, but
everybody just should bring it down. You got a piano too, or
no, I haven't brought in a piano yet. But I mean, I'm just.
it's acoustic.
I think playing hard is a bass player syndrome.
A piano would be really neat to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
As I've been kind of I brought in Bertha, which is my mom's upright bass, as a guest, and then I'm gonna bring in a slide guitar this next time, which is a whole different animal.
Cool, like a Gretsch type. Like
It's I think it's what is it? It's I can't remember the brand of it, the name, but it's a Hawaiian. It's a pre-World War II guitar.
cool.
It's really neat. I just restrung it, and it was a gift from a local customer of ours. That
I got a keyboard you could bring in. It's I play Yamaha, mostly organ as the settings, and I've got a Yamaha organ. It's Japanese from 1918. It's a pump organ.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, and it's really small. I can practically carry it. So.
Is it? Does it have a way to tune, or is it just kind
It's
of?
at the reeds. It hasn't been tuned for over 100 years.
Right,
so it's
right.
still pretty close.
Pretty close. Oh, that'd be awesome.
But anyway,
That would be fun.
Well, I just think it's kind of fun. Is the acoustic jam? Hey, let's bring in something different and let's
Yeah.
jam on that and see how it fits with the rest.
and I have an acoustic. Oli, lets me borrow instruments. He has an acoustic bass that he's let me borrow for a while. So I
See,
can
and that'd be
bring that
great
in,
because
too.
like doing upright the whole time is kind of sometimes it's a little much, but it's great. Yeah. I don't think the last two times we've brought in just an acoustic string bass, but it definitely is. What's nice is we get like 10, 15 people jamming together, and like the people that are learning, they have like kind of a basis, and it's like they tend to be more timid players, so they're not going to be as loud in the mix anyway. So it's like the people that are playing more proficiently, kind of it's a real fun time. We have a good time with it, but I encourage you guys to come down and check that out one of these Wednesdays, because if the Sunday doesn't work because of the car,
Yeah.
maybe
Well, that's
Wednesday.
gonna
Well, that's
quit.
wrapping up here anyways.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah.
And if not to take anything away from the other places that are doing this stuff, but we also have a stage right here.
Hey, let us know.
If you guys ever want to come set up something.
We need
the
to
stage is
start
yours.
just putting it in writing, right?
Yeah.
Just making the
Yeah.
plan and just going for it. 'cause
Exactly.
I think every time I've emailed Chuck, be like, and if you want to start doing gigs at the station, like just put us on the list. I think we just got to make a schedule.
Yeah, and I mean it's mainly it can get some revenue going into the radio
Get
station.
stuff coming back into the community.
Yeah, and we can do some good broadcasts. I mean, Will and myself did the sound last time, and I mean I think we got a really good quality recording that went out over. I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, as far as like the reach, because once you put it on the internet, it can
go a long
Go
way.
everywhere.
And
Yeah,
I've been playing a lot with Forrest Govedare. Everybody
Yes.
knows Forrest.
Oh, yeah.
And I played with him quite a few. So he's going to be getting together with us. If you want to do a blues thing sometime, we'd love to do that.
I would love that. I've talked to Forrest about that too, and he
Yeah.
definitely wants to come here and do something.
Yeah.
That would be like a dream come true. I like to use the term sandbox to describe our facilities here, the theater.
You don't have any cats around, do you?
No. Sandbox, like for kids to play in.
Yeah, cats like to play in those too.
Yeah.
It's a place to benefit local music and
right.
And as the saying goes, the floor is yours. Isn't that the saying? Isn't that a saying?
Yeah,
it is now.
A saying. They're all like, yeah, sure, Chuck, that's a saying.
I just heard it.
It's been coined.
Daniel says Bone will melt that venue.
Yeah.
So what?
He's referring to what I was talking about. Yes, Daniel.
Well, so are you guys gonna play? Are you gonna play something
today?
Yeah, right now.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness! Talk about put them on the spot.
Well, they're musicians and there's like stuff and
we have
here.
kazoos, right? I mean,
we have kazoo.
Oh, we wanted to mention that too. If people are still around after the kazoo parade, if they want to play along to our first song with the kazoo, that wouldn't hurt our feelings too terribly.
Oh, that would be amazing.
If people want to stick around and listen to us, let's incentivize it.
Yeah.
We don't have enough mics, but they can play.
We're kazooed. We don't need mics.
Well, I
got
you
a
what,
juice harp.
I have a couple kazoos right here.
Oh, you do?
If you guys would like.
I'll take these home and I'll give one to my son and let him get used to the sound because I'm hoping he can be there to play kazoos with everyone.
That would be great, and I hope to see you guys marching in the parade too.
Well, I know my wife wants to bring both my kids. We might have to earphone my son, but if we give him a kazoo where he's making noise too, it could be successful.
Yeah, there you go.
He might come dressed up as Spider-Man. I'm not sure yet.
Well, see, when you're playing the kazoo, you can't hear anything else around you. So.
Exactly. And he's a musical kid.
That's fantastic.
My daughter's musical too. I mean.
All right, so does one of you guys want to lead us into something? Maybe give us a little warm up and a lead into something.
Are we doing a kazoo thingy?
Why
Swing
not?
low.
No. Swing low.
Yeah, you have to hum in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound like a Muppet character.
I don't even know if we need a kazoo for that.
Homo doesn't need a kazoo. Right?
No.
I should have brought my juice harp.
And the radio station has degraded into Muppetville.
All right, kids, it's time for the kazoo hour. All right.
What are we ready, Dorothy?
What are we gonna do?
It's gonna be like Spinal Tap. We got a stage full of bass players.
Right. All right. How about you, Craig? You're the band leader here.
Okay, I'm gonna.
What are we gonna do?
I'll do. Well, I was just doing a blues thing. We could do a blues thing.
Yeah, just do a blues thing.
Sorry, I don't have my tuner. I'm trying to do the best I can.
Yeah,
that sounded like a 2, not a 4, Craig. I don't know where I'm going.
That devolved very quickly.
We don't have any frets.
This is fretless kazoo playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have anything to follow that up.
We might have lost some listeners there.
I know, right? Maybe we gained a bunch. I don't know.
I know we're going to get an email from Germany at any moment. Too funny.
I just don't want to hear that anymore today. It's in my head now permanently.
Maybe we spoke too soon with inviting people to play along.
Well, imagine if we
might
get about
reconsider
150 people.
When in
tomorrow.
doubt, don't play.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, funny.
I thought that was great. I don't think
It's a great lesson to learn though when you're playing, because sometimes like I ran into that with jams and stuff. It's like some people, it's like, man, if they just stop for 1 second,
Listened.
they might be able to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like they're not listening at all, and they're just full tilt boogie, and it's like, well, they're not finding it. You know?
Listening is the hardest part about being a musician.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, big time. That's why I was listening to you, Craig.
You were. Yeah. I was trying to be that solid, bass guy, but
trying to feed us the pocket right there.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Backbeat. I love it.
Now, how are we going to follow that up? I don't know.
I was going to do some more Halloween trivia with everybody here.
Oh.
But I don't know if we can follow that up with it.
Well, that might be the only thing we can follow
I
up
know,
with
right?
a kazoo medley, right?
Kazoo trivia.
Right.
Are you guys?
Oh, kazoo trivia. Let me see if I can find some.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Right. All right. I'm gonna see if I can find some kazoo trivia for us.
Have you guys actually used the kazoo in any of your performances before?
I've used a Jew's harp.
Have you? Nice. I know.
I think I cracked a tooth when I did it, though. If you've ever played a Jew's harp.
Yeah, because it fits.
You got to
inside your
twang
mouth,
the
right?
spring.
Yeah.
And boom.
Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. So we
Ubiquitous kazoo trivia.
Oh.
My mom worked for Dr. Evans' dentist office when I was growing up, and she never let me play it.
Play a Jew's harp, yeah.
For obvious reasons. Same thing, like we had low amounts of candy. And then when I went to college, it was Pepsi and everything I wanted all the time, and it was so freeing. And I'll regret that. Yeah, I regret a lot of things from college. I learned a lot, too.
I was going to say, I think a lot of us regret most of our consumption choices in college.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like, I went for 4 years and still don't have a degree. That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, the pain. I'm feeling that.
Kind of makes me wonder, as a parent now, how does anybody ever allow their children to go to college? You know what they're going to be up to. I guess
part of the growing process.
That's
I
a
think.
rite of passage, right? You teach them.
When I went to college, I already had 2 kids, so
yeah.
I had a very different experience
That's true,
because it was
that's
very
true.
driven. Must have profession.
I was a child in college.
Okay, we have kazoo trivia. You can see it. Do you want me to do it, or do you want to?
No, you do it. You lead us in.
All right.
I'm not looking.
Which of these categories of musical instruments best suits the kazoo? Is it composite chordophone? Is it chromatic trumpet? Is it plosive aerophone? Or is it how do I say that? Mirliton? Chuck? Craig, how do I say that?
How do you spell it?
Mirliton. Mirliton? I don't even know what that is.
That's definitely not the answer then.
That's probably definitely
I'd go with
the answer.
I go with the one that had air in it, whatever that one was.
That was plosive aerophone.
Explosive aerophone?
Plosive.
Okay.
I would go with that one.
Yeah,
We're
let's
gonna
go
that
with
one.
that
Is
one.
that the consensus? Okay, we're not going to know if we're correct until the end of the quiz.
I just
it
like
seems
the,
like BS, but you know,
Right?
It's a kazoo. We talked about
trivia.
BS
It's
degrees
trivia.
here. Yeah.
I went to college. I don't know any of those words you were saying.
Which of these is a mistake that a novice kazoo player could easily make? Not closing the mouth completely around the smaller end, not that one. Just blowing through the kazoo without humming. Forgetting to puncture the membrane before playing. Are we supposed to puncture the membrane?
That makes me think that's not a correct answer.
I do not believe, yeah.
Or blowing into the membrane instead of either end. Is that even possible?
It's insane in the membrane.
I think all of the above.
I think those are all wrong.
All of the above.
I think.
Yeah. I think just blowing through the kazoo without humming is the most common.
Yeah. I think
Right?
B
Is that our
was definitely-
consensus?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking at Dave.
Yeah.
He hasn't responded yet.
I thought all of the above.
I think the other ones aren't even possible to be mistakes. I think
yeah.
that's kind of what they were going at there.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could. Never mind.
I do love they use the term novice kazoo player because, yeah, I think.
Are there professional kazoo?
The pros
kazoo?
are-
I'm more interested in the professional
Oh,
kazoo
yeah.
players.
Apparently there is.
Yeah, they got it going. I'll tell you.
I actually just.
They're the ones making all the money.
I mean, Rashad Eggleston. I mean, that's his lead instrument. He's
Right.
a bass
There you go.
player.
There you go.
And plays kazoo.
If you look
I mean, it's
online,
art. It's a
art,
little
yeah.
hard to listen to at times.
And I've seen him playing the kazoo while playing a bass with another bass.
Yeah.
Using
There you
the
go.
other bass as a bow to play the bass.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Daniel says plosive aerophone is just a scientific name for a trombone. He's our fourth co-host here. Okay.
Thank you, Daniel.
In what country was the first kazoo invented? Was it India or Germany, America, or Switzerland?
It's definitely American made.
My first instinct, even before you finish asking the question, was Germany. I don't know why. It just
We have
seems like
to
a German
come to
thing.
consensus. So we have America, Germany.
Well, I go America.
Probably America.
Okay, America
Okay.
is taking it. Okay, again, we're not going to know till we finish. How long is this?
I'm throwing a bone to our German listeners.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so we have to go through these quickly. In what year was the kazoo patented in the United States? Oh,
That's
there's
my
the
question.
answer right
See,
there.
that's a test.
Oh man!
You
Right.
read all the questions, then you can sometimes get answers.
Right,
from them.
exactly.
Well,
okay.
Just because it was patented in America doesn't mean it was invented here.
That's true.
a
I
good
mean,
point.
especially if we're going by the Edison
Are we
rules
talking different designs of said
Right,
kazoos?
Right, that's true. Okay, was it 1846, 1914, 1923, or 1912?
I would go the latest.
I'm gonna go 1846. Yeah.
That's the earliest.
12.
The
That's what he
earliest.
said
earliest.
latest.
That's
So
what I meant.
we
I
have
would go 23. I can see
1923,
some flappers blowing kazoos.
Right? What?
23, yeah. I
23?
got a 23 Buick, and there was a kazoo under the seat
can't.
there.
I have it in front of me, so I
Was
know.
it a vintage kazoo?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go 23. From which of these areas did the first Merlitons originate? Can you look up what Merliton is?
That was the first option for the first question.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way.
Yeah.
Indian subcontinent, South America,
Go
Central
back and change
Asia,
that
or
answer, huh?
Africa?
I
From
would
which
say-
of these areas did the first Merlitons originate?
I would think Africa.
Okay, Africa.
I was going to say Central Asia. Should we
Central
all pick
Asia.
a different one and then just roll the dice?
I'd say American, but they didn't have it on there.
South America.
South America, I'll go with that.
Okay.
I'll go with the group.
There's
I'll go
no
South.
group. You have to be the group decider.
So he's the Indian subcontinent guy.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do Indian subcontinent.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, come on. We have to. Okay, so
Which one you get a pick?
I'm gonna say, Merlite. I'm gonna say. Doesn't sound like an Asian sound. I'm gonna go with Indian subcontinent. It's probably Africa. Okay.
Okay.
Which decade was the commonly accepted golden age of kazoos? Was
That's
it
the 1920s.
10
right?
minutes.
Was it 1920s, 1880s, 1970s, or 1990s?
Yeah, the 20s.
You know,
20s?
we're coming up on the second golden age, so I'm going to call it the 2020s.
Yeah.
All right, so 20s, all right. And then in which of these jazz or blues groups did not prominently feature a kazoo in at least one recording? Oh, this is great. Where is, who's the blues guy who plays the music?
Oh, that guy?
I'm so bad with names.
Oh, my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Doug.
That's
Doug,
Doug.
yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's-
gosh. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's Dirt Road Doug.
Yeah, he would know. Okay, is it McKinney's Cotton Pickers, Mound City Blue Blowers, Memphis Jug Band, Original Dixieland Jazz Band? Jazz Band. It's SS instead of Z.
Interesting.
Yeah, so which one of these did not?
The first
Oh,
one,
did
whatever
not.
it was.
Yeah, McKinney's Cotton Pickers?
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds like somebody who would play kazoo.
Yeah.
Mound City Blue Blowers.
This is which did not
did not
prominently feature
prominently
kazoo.
feature a kazoo.
How about the jug band did not feature?
Yeah, that's
they
true.
just blew into
They're
jugs.
jugs. Yeah.
Jugs.
Yeah, it's probably pretty. Yeah,
Gonna
it's a
say
good
that-
logical.
I'm going to go with the jazz band.
Okay.
The jazz, the
yeah,
Yaz flute.
J-A-S-S, yeah.
The jazz band, yes.
Jazz
Is that what that is? Is that yes? Is that?
I'm,
Are you
I'm,
just
I'm,
messing with me now?
I'm messing with you.
Okay.
Okay, so are we going to do jug band or the jazz band?
Well, we can each have our own answer, I think.
Well, I can only choose
I
one.
like jug band.
Okay, we're going jug
Okay,
because
okay.
that's got the most votes. Okay, we have two more questions.
Okay.
Where is the sole custom manufacturer of kazoos in the United States located? Is it Port Richey, Florida? Not anymore. Is it Ithaca, New York? Is it Hilton Head, South Carolina? Or Lebanon, Kansas?
I was going to say Kalamazoo, but
I don't
That
see
would've been
China
good.
on
That's-
there.
yeah,
No, I'm just
that's-
kidding.
right.
In the United
What does it
States.
say on it?
Yeah.
Don't look too
Oh, right here, KCHW
Yeah, there you go.
102.7 it says on it.
These were made right
Hong
here in the
Kong.
KCHW studio.
Hong Kong, Oregon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't have Oregon as an option. We have
No.
Florida, New York, South
Ithaca.
Carolina, or Kansas. Okay, Ithaca.
I'll go with that.
I'll go with Ithaca.
Okay, we're all going to go. It's a good thing you're here. We'd be here forever. Trying to make decisions.
The great Ithaca Kazoo Factory.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The illustrious kazoo has even made it into film. In which of these movies was a kazoo played? Was it Annie? Okay. Fiddler on the Roof, Titanic, or The Triumph of the Will? I don't like Annie. I'm going to say Annie.
Well, we all know that the kazoo players on the Titanic went down.
They
with
went
the ship.
down.
They went
They
down
were
with the
on.
ship.
Yeah, that's a famous story.
I think Enya wrote a song about that.
Yeah.
Yes,
They found one in an iceberg here about 20 years ago. So.
exactly.
Oh man.
It sold for about $4.5 million at an auction.
Yeah.
Oh, how
Yeah.
funny. Okay, so which are we going to do? Annie or Titanic would be funnier.
Titanic.
Titanic? Okay.
Titanic.
We're going to go with Titanic.
Annie probably did, though.
I think it might have been Annie. I think I
I think it was Annie, but I think Titanic is funnier. Okay, what is the cost of a solid sterling kazoo from Kazoobie? I just looked this up the other day.
Too much.
Remember?
$23.
$92, $148, or $216.
I like the last answer.
Or, as Craig says, The last answer is they don't sell solid silver kazoos.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
I don't think they
I
sell
don't think
them.
anybody would buy one.
Considering that's the only
Okay.
one where they put a none of the above option, I'm guessing it's
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
What kind of paper did they use in it?
Fun free trivia point. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
okay.
you're going to get a bunch of emails now.
Select a user ID.
Oh, you have to log in?
No, and I'm going to choose a password. I hope I never have to use this again because I don't know what it is.
You're going to be getting kazoo trivia for the next 3 years sent to your inbox.
You know what? But it will make my day.
Daily kazoo trivia.
You'll remember this
Everybody-
day forever.
Right?
I just hope. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the
All right.
correct answer was it was not a plosive aerophone. It was a Muralton. Muraltons are a class of instruments with vibrating membranes inside them, such as the Enoch flute. Many Muraltons do not really produce sound, only alter outside noises, such as the human voice. The kazoo is technically a singing membranophone. What do you think the accent is there? Anyway,
Membranophone.
meaning that the sound is simply an altered
Sorry. I was taking over her
sound is
computer.
simply an altered version of an outside
They're sharing the
sound.
screen.
Oh.
And that alteration is caused by the vibrations of a membrane.
So all you kazoo players, listen carefully here.
Right?
Only 56% of people got that one correct.
Because nobody knows what the heck a Muralton
If you read all the
is.
questions, you could have.
Now they do.
Oh,
We
man.
should have done that
Yeah,
as well.
we went
I
back.
say critically, we would have read all the questions.
You got to learn how to take tests like this.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, a Merleton is spelled the same way, is also a vegetable.
I thought
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It
I'm
is
lying.
essentially the. Do you call it chayote? Is it? It's a vegetable.
Also,
Yeah.
you cleared the screen, Jack.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I cleared the
Do
screen.
people use those for playing kazoos?
You
when
carve
they don't
'em
have, when
out.
they can't have a kazoo? Do they get?
Oh,
one of
they
those?
get one of the vegetables.
You carve them out
Is
and
it-
blow
is
in
it-
them.
Well, yeah. I
They
can
make
do
one out of a squash. Yeah,
that would
I
be
like that.
hysterical.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Question 2. Which of these is a mistake? We got that one correct. Just blowing through the kazoo. That's not very funny. In what country was the first kazoo invented? America. Yes, the kazoo is as American as apple pie, invented by a man named Alabama Vest in Macon, Georgia. He came up with the idea in the 1840s and teamed up with a German master clockmaker Thaddeus von Clegg to make it. However, metal kazoos weren't made until I'm assuming that's a traveling salesman named Emil Sorg, teamed up with Michael McIntyre, a tool and die maker, to set up a factory in western New York in 1912. Now we know all the other questions we got
Yeah,
wrong.
they're all answered.
I want to know
Wow.
if there was a sterling silver one that they.
We're
made.
getting
Was it?
there, right?
But in my defense, half of the inventing team was German.
That you're true. That's
in
right.
America. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Good
seems-
job, Chuck.
seems very, no, that wasn't a good
Yeah,
job.
Von Clegg.
It was patented in 1923. Good job.
Wow.
And I thought it was Africa. We chose Indian subcontinent. The correct answer from which of these areas did the first Muraltons originate? It is Africa.
Okay.
The kazoo is developed from the African horn Muralton, which was used to distort voices. Enoch, or let's see. So, do you think Enoch?
Enoch, yeah.
I've never heard the CH pronounced in that word, or Enoch,
Enoch.
but this
Flutes, yeah.
flutes were the first European Muraltons appearing in the 17th and 18th centuries. A huge 2.13 meter Muralton was built for a Wagner opera by the orders of Kong Ludwig von
Bayern?
Bayern? Yeah.
Bayern?
So it's a kazoo the size of a didgeridoo.
Can you
It's
imagine?
bigger.
That's outstanding.
Bigger
Bigger,
than a
a
didgeridoo.
meter, yeah.
Wouldn't
2.13 meters.
Wouldn't a didgeridoo then become a Muralton? Isn't I mean
There's no
is-
membrane.
oh, there's no membrane. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Because it's 9. The didgeridoo, you just blow in it and, brr, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, which decade was commonly accepted as a golden age of kazoos? 1920s, correct. Good job.
That makes sense. Imagine all the flappers with their kazoos.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it says many jazz groups used the kazoo in the 1920s to imitate trumpets and trombones. Sorry, babe. You've been replaced. Let's see. The Mound City Blue Blowers. And that tells us, which one did use a kazoo in their playing. Which of these jazz groups did not prominently feature a kazoo? Oh, see?
Yeah,
it was
that
the McKinney's Cotton Pickers.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Who said I thought so?
I know my cotton pickers. Yeah.
That's awesome. The Mound City Blue Blowers were famous for having 2 kazooists, Dick
Famous.
Slevin
Ooh.
on metal kazoo and Red McKenzie on comb and tissue paper kazoo.
That's the first kazoo I played, yeah.
Oh, wow.
You ever done
Okay.
that?
No.
Tissue paper on a comb and you hum into it?
No.
Same thing, yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to go home and try that.
You just fold it.
I think I remember that from elementary school.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
I think elementary school they had a kazoo class. Yeah.
Just to annoy the teacher,
Yeah.
you'd pull it out.
If my wife's playing this in her classroom, don't give the children combs and toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
I'm
actually
totally
toilet
going to
paper?
give everybody a comb and toilet paper.
Tissue paper?
Yeah, it's got tissue, something that vibrates good.
Yeah.
Oh, like the wrapping tissue paper.
It usually
No,
use saran wrap, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun. It says that the kazoo also enjoys mild popularity in pop and rock music, and that Paul McCartney in the 1974 version of You're 16 used it, and then Pink Floyd and the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Jethro Tull also used kazoos.
I actually, just weirdly by chance on the way in this morning, I listened to a Blind Melon song where they played the kazoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, the kazoo was through the whole song. It was about it was a dark song about turning people into lampshades and.
Oh.
Well, then you got all inspired by kazoo on the way in this
I
morning.
did, I did.
You had an advantage on
What
all of
did
us
you
just
have
now.
this morning to have such things coming up? All right, where is the sole custom manufacturer of kazoos in the United States? It's in Port Richey, Florida.
No.
Kazooby, which sells 500,000 kazoos annually, moved to Port Richey from Hilton Head, starting a whole new kazoo subculture there. You can go to the Kazoo Factory Museum and Gift Shop of Eden, New York, once the original American Kazoo Company.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Right? The direct descendant of the shop opened by McIntyre and Richardson, founded in 1916. All right. The illustrious kazoo has even made it into film. In which one was it played? Annie.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Carol Burnett, who played Miss Hannigan, played a kazoo.
The great legendary Carol
The
Burnett.
great legendary Carol Burnett. $148.
Oh.
With a black box, display box, and a bag throw-in, the Starling Silver Kazoo is easily the most expensive item on the website that the website markets commercially.
So if
They
you
are
have one of those
solid
Sterling-
silver serving except for the resonating membrane.
So if you have one of those sterling silver kazoos, bring it on Saturday. Maybe you can lead the parade.
Right?
Yeah.
For
It'll be
cool
shiny.
$148.
Must sound really good.
Right?
And tip generously, because if you have disposable income for $148 kazoo, you can tip generously.
Right. I mean, if you're talking about the world of music instruments, $148 is, nothing. For most
That's
instruments.
nothing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's cool that you can get a high-end kazoo for,
It's for those professional kazoo players.
Those
Yeah.
professional
They make
kazoo
all the
players.
money.
That's right.
Right? I don't think that's going to be me, judging by our little blues jam.
The comb and tissue paper has a little more volume to it for those of
Oh,
you who like
cool.
to play out a little bit more.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that'll be our next week's episode.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
We'll bring you guys back and we can do a tutorial live on the air.
There we go.
That'd be awesome.
I'll practice.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on, and thank you for putting up with all of our kazoo nanneries here. That was a shenanigans.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I was trying to think of a good word for it, and I just couldn't. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on the show, and we really look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to say before we head out?
No, come down at 6. Hopefully you're entertained.
Yep.
And all the day before that.
Not hopefully, you will be entertained.
You will be entertained.
Yeah, you will be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
And Max is a great show too, so come down and stick around for him.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
he
Played
is.
with him years ago. Yeah.
That's going to be a
But
fantastic
maybe
show.
leave your kazoos at home for his show, because he might not want kazoos.
No,
Oh,
has-
he
has-
actually encourages it.
Yeah,
He's-
Does he?
he likes people singing along with him, and yeah,
I
he's
bet
a
you-
great entertainer that way.
I haven't talked to Max about the kazoo specifically, but
Bring it up.
I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I have connected.
he likes to have a good time.
I can't say anything too much because it's nothing certain. Nothing's actually been confirmed. But I've connected Forrest and Max. They already knew each other.
Oh yeah,
And there might be something happening there.
Yeah.
So we might.
Oh,
He's been
fun.
invited up to play. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it or not, but it'd be fun to see Forrest get up there and play with Max too.
Yeah.
So.
That'd be cool.
yeah.
If we have extra time, we could draw them up too. But
Oh yeah.
see how
That'd be
time.
fun.
We'll see. We have 55 minutes.
We've
set
tightened
ready.
it right
we
down.
have all
Yeah.
these blues
We have taken as
people
much
here,
solo
and I'm
time as
so
we can
cheerful
out
I
of
cannot get
songs.
into a blues mode if I'm trying so hard and I'm over here going. That's not blues.
All right, everybody. Well, that does
Thank
it
you.
for our time. I want to thank you guys so much again for coming out and again putting up with all the. You guys came on the radio and all we talked about were kazoo.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That
I
is
know.
not true.
I
yeah.
know that's not true.
No, I got an education there. I was
Right?
Yeah.
That was actually a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Once again, you are listening to the KCHW Morning Show. That wraps us up for the day. You can stay tuned tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. for the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark live in the studio. 8 to 10 p.m. we are trapped in the psychedelic era with The Hermit. Then from 10 to 11, we're going to stick around with the Hermit for Days of Confusion. You guys have a great evening. We'll see you all tomorrow at the Fall Fest here, downtown Chewelah. This has been your KCHW Morning Show. Have a great day.
Have a great weekend, you guys.
It's 9.